So PNUT the squirrel token, PNUT got a Binance listing and a massive God candle to go with it. It's a really good example of how meme coins that have kind of real appeal or community support will do really well. And so I'm going to talk about where the targets are and how I measure them. So this is our daily candle on MEX exchange. Obviously the Binance one, you don't have the trade history. And the tool that I like to use, because I like to think that the swings have a mathematical relationship. And if you look down all of these Fibonacci tools, you'll see there's a trend-based fib extension that I've got marked as a favorite. This is the one I'm going to use. I set it back to default so you can see when you use it, this is what it looks like. So you can apply it like this. And when you get a really strong third wave, so we've done wave 1, wave 2, this is a big wave 3. The most common relationship between wave 1 and wave 3 is either 1.618 or 2.618. And you can see that actually this 2.618 is where we've got through to, and that's most common. This is how I alter this to get what I want, because I don't want these levels. I only want the 1.618. Then I want the 1.618, 2.618. I like to see the 1272 because that sometimes is a level. 4.236 is the next one. So, oops, and then to make it look better on my chart, I take off the background because I don't want that. And I extend the lines right, so they go that way. And then I don't want solid lines because that's too much, so I'll put dotted lines. And then I tend to make them all one colour so I can see what I'm looking at. So that's kind of how I mark my levels. So here we are. And I'm just going to go down to the day 4 hour here and make sure I've marked it correctly. So we have paused at this 61.8 level. And I think that it's likely we're going to do a wave 4 then. So this will be 1, 2, 3. We'll do a wave 4 and we'll likely continue higher. So we'll talk about the target for that next. Let's take this off for a second. This is then wave 3. The most common retrace of wave 4 is 38.2. But sometimes, especially in a big squeezy trend like this, all you'll get is this 236 fib, which is here at 0.38. Now, we talked about the relationships between these swings. Sometimes in the corrections as well, these are very similar. So I expect this wave 4 to either be equal to this wave 2 in price or time. That means that it will pull back to a similar price, which, gosh, no surprise here, lines up with this 236 fib, or it will just go sideways and it'll be ready to go up again when it's kind of equal in time, which would mean Wednesday, late Wednesday for my time. So we could go sideways for 2 days here in PNUT before we do our wave 5. One thing that's so let's take these off. We know where we're looking for. One thing that's quite interesting in crypto is sometimes, especially in a big bullish trend like this, the wave 5s will extend quite a long way. But wave 1 and wave 5 have a relationship. So if this is the low, then, or once we make one and we're on our way higher again, you can measure this wave 1 and then you can measure from the bottom of this pullback wave 4, say it's here, and look for targets this way. So if this wave 5 is only 0.618 of this wave 1, we'll retest the highs. If we do an equal to this first swing, we'll get to 0.5. If we go to 1.618 of this first swing, sorry, I'll just get rid of my dog, we'll go to 0.58, and if we do 2.618, 0.71. And so I measure the relationships between the swings that way. So here, I think, great, we've had this lovely listing. I'm looking for a wave 4 here in PNUT, and I'm looking for it to continue higher. And just repeat again, I'm going to measure this wave 1 when we bottom, and because we could come a bit lower, like I'm not going to measure it until we do, but if this was the only bottom, that's how I do it. So that's what I'm looking for in PNUT. Congratulations if you held some, and if you're in some, this was looking very nice. It had a very nice, there's lots of reason to think that this was going to go. Again, it made very nice 5 waves from the low when it was launched and a nice 3-wave pullback. Everything was kind of lining up for this one. Of course, you never know it's going to happen. There's no guarantees in this game, but the long side was right, and certainly, you know, when we broke above these hourly moving averages and found some support from them, that's where we were going. Well done. Congratulations. So I'll do a much bigger meme coin update later tonight. Let me know if there's anything